Hello everyone, I'm Laurie Baum. I'm a psychotherapist and an astrologer, and this is my latest book, A to Z Acrophonology, Discover the Power of the Letters in Your Name. Now, what is acrophonology? Acro means across and phonology means letters, and acrophonology is the Kabbalistic study of the movement of sound across space. And what they have found is that every letter in the alphabet corresponds with one of the astrological constellations in the heavens, so that every time we say our names or say any word, we're invoking tremendous amounts of celestial energies that actually affect the patterns here on Earth. So the utterance of our own names actually awakens neural networks and brain cells and causes brain patterns to change. So what your name is very important, and you'll probably see in your life that you're attracted to many of the same people with similar letters in their names to each other or to you. You probably have people with similar first letters in their first names or last names because your life directions are somewhat similar. So let's try a little experiment to see the power of movement and letters on the brain. Try rotating your ankle or your foot in a clockwise direction so that if you raise your right foot, you'll rotate it to the right. Okay, I'm doing it right now. And then try to write the number 6 in the air with your finger. Notice what happens. When you begin to write the 6 and your finger circles around to go counterclockwise, it makes your foot want to go counterclockwise too. So that means that every time we write a letter, particularly the letter O, it's influencing our brain to work a certain way. So if you write your O's counterclockwise, you're telling your brain you want to move to the past. But if you write your O's clockwise, you're telling your brain to move forward. Similarly, the way you pronounce your name and the letters that you use to spell your name, every time you write them, you're awakening neural networks in your brain. And so when you hear your name, your heart actually starts beating faster, and you actually get more oxygen in your brain, and it energizes you. So that every letter in your name, again, is significant. Now, each part of your name has a different significance. So your first name represents your personality, and it represents the energy that you receive from your father. It's your male energy too, and it's your outer personality. Your middle name represents the energy you receive from your mother, and it represents your soul or your emotions or the inner quality of your inner life. And your last name represents your karmic destiny, and it represents the direction you go in life, what you value, and the way you do things, the way you play out your karma. So many people with similar last names will end up coming together in their lives, and I give plenty of examples of that in this book. Now, some letters are more powerful than others. To begin with, vowels are more powerful than consonants. Now, one of the reasons is that you can pronounce a vowel without a consonant. You can say A, B, A, E, I, O, U, but you can't pronounce a consonant without a vowel. So B has the vowel E in it, or C has the vowel E in it, and so forth. So that's one reason. Now, vowels also represent soul energy, and they represent feminine energy. There are fewer of them, and there are more consonants in use in our language anyway. In other languages there are more vowels, but because English is more about building and relating to the material world, we have a lot more consonants. And if you think about a language like Italian, the word ciao, which is very commonly used, is C-I-A-O. Okay, so there's 3 vowels and 1 consonant. Whereas you think of German, you think of Deutschland, it has the T, S, C, H, L, all in the middle there. So there's a lot of material, male energy, military, strong, ambitious energy in the German language, and there's a lot more feminine, food, emotional energy in the Italian language, for example. And English is a little bit in the middle of those two, a little bit more toward German. And our names reflect the energies of whether, if you just know how many vowels and consonants are in your name, you'll know a lot about the person. The best names are those that alternate consonants and vowels. For example, Alan. It's a vowel, an A, then L, consonant A again, and then N. Many names, like my name, has many vowels in it, and that represents more of the soul or the feminine energy versus a name that had more, like Brett, that's four consonants in one vowel. So you can tell a lot about someone just like that. Now, the best names have the alternating male and female, and the best letters in the alphabet are A and M. A is the first letter of almost every alphabet on the planet, and M is the middle point of our alphabet in many. And in the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu scriptures, it says that Om is the first letter, the first sound of creation, the primordial sound that created the whole universe from that sound. And that is spelled A-U-M. So it begins with an A and ends with an M. And the I am, A-M, is one of the names for God in the Christian Bible. Jesus said, before Abraham was, I am. And Moses asked God, who are you? And when he, in the Old Testament, and God said, I am that I am, or I am that I am. So I am is a name of the divine, and that uses the letters A and M. So names that begin with A or M, Amanda, Martin, Maria, those are very powerful names. The word America has A and M as the beginning, so that imparts a lot of power. And again, I give many examples in the book of the use of A's and M's, and more citations from sacred literature to explain what your name means. Every name means something. And in this book, I talk much more about how to choose the name of a child, and how to choose the best name for a business, and even how to recognize a partner who's compatible for you. We even look through generations, because there are various letters that are more used more often in some generations than others, and they really describe the characteristics of that generation. They've even done studies that have found that people tend to gravitate toward places that are like their names. So they found more Phils in Philadelphia, more Jacks in Jacksonville, and more Sylvias in Pennsylvania, because it has the SYL in it. So it's real. You can read the book, you'll notice all kinds of coincidences in your own life, and you will have a good time reading the book too. So it's a wonderful area to think about and study. It's acrophonology. It's from the Kabbalah, and you can read more about it in this book, A to Z Acrophonology, Discover the Power of the Letters in Your Name. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be with you today.